everyone, so this is my first video for the MCAT Chemistry series. So in this video we'll be talking about a little bit of the atom, just getting ourselves into the chemistry part of the MCAT. So we're all familiar with the structure of an atom, and I think we've been learning it since we were in grade 5 or 6 or something like that. So an atom is the smallest unit of an element, and it's composed of protons, composed of neutrons, and it's composed of electrons. Protons are, they have a plus 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulombs of charge. Electrons have the exact same charge except that it has the opposite sign. I was going to say direction, but obviously that's not the case. 10 to the negative 19 coulombs, and neutrons have no charge on them, right? So that's the concept of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Very simple, basic. Now, the mass of a proton is equal to 1 atomic mass unit. Neutrons are slightly larger than protons, so let's just say that slightly larger than protons, and electrons are extremely light particles, so their mass is about 1 to the 1836 mass of a proton, right? So they're extremely light particles. Now, one thing that we need to look at, if you have an atom right here, actually, say let's say this is the nucleus, and this is my atom. Now, if I have an electron here, if I have an electron somewhere here, and I have an electron here. Now, this electron, which is in the outermost orbit of the atom, is referred to as a valence electron, and this valence electron is mostly responsible for the reactivity of the atom, and I'm sure we know that, all of us know that already. This atom, if I compare this one with this guy here, this electron here, because it has the radius between this electron's path and the nucleus, right? And I'm comparing this with this electron. The electron that is closer to the nucleus will have a lower potential energy, right? Because it does not have that much potential. The distance is too short. Whereas this guy, this electron here, has a larger radius, right, from the nucleus, has a larger distance from the nucleus, and so it will have a higher potential energy. Okay, so that's one concept. Now, I'm sure we all know what an anion is. An anion is a negatively charged atom, and a cation is a positively charged atom. Now, I always get confused with negative and positive until I used to get confused until one of my friends suggested me a way to remember it. The anion, the way you can remember it as negative is because it has an N. The cation does not have an N, right? So anion sounds like a negative ion, So that, let me just write it here, a negative ion. So if you're like me, who used to get confused or who still get confused about these, hopefully this will help you remember what is an anion, what is an ion, or a cation. So those are the basics. In the next video, we'll just work through an example from my book, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.